Hey there, functional medicine doctor Adam here. We're diving in about low energy because we hear way too often, and you might resonate with this, that women, I mean, men too, but mostly women, just feel like they have to constantly keep pushing through. I was just talking to a practice member the other day about this. How she just like gets up in the morning, she feels like she just hits a wall, and she doesn't feel like herself. She just has to push through the morning, push through the afternoon, push through the evening, just to feel normal. And what do you think? Is that normal? Tell me in the comments here. Is that normal to feel like you're running on empty almost all day, even if it's just for part of the day, right? Every day in the morning, some women feel like they just can't get out of bed. And sometimes it's more in the afternoon or the evening where they get home from work and they just have to park themselves on the couch and they can't get up and be the wife and mother and friend they want to be to their family and their friends. But then sometimes it is that afternoon slump right in the middle of the day. You just, you're doing all right, and then boom, you crash. So what's that about? What's going on here? Well, there's several different factors that are at play, and we need to basically uncover and dig these up from underground because they're hiding underground. And if we don't dig them up, we're never going to see them. If you can't see them, can you ever treat the root cause? No. All right, obviously not. And so, can you ever hope to then resolve your low energy? It's probably just not going to happen. Okay, so we're going to give you some insight here as to how we help women to do that. And um, there's a few things. Okay, the first thing is going to be nutrition. Obviously, the food that we're eating, and you might know that what you're eating is healthy or unhealthy. But when you are eating healthy, are you doing it consistently? Okay, so eating, when we say healthy, this is what we mean: eating protein, healthy fats, and vegetables at every meal. So a palm-sized portion of protein every meal. It's going to keep your blood sugar stable. It's a nice slow burn type of energy rather than quick like carbohydrates or sugars and then you crash. Okay, that's carbs. Right? Proteins and good fats are both like a log on a fire. They just are nice and even. Right? You get that nice even burn. And so if you have low energy, we got to get more protein and healthy fats. I invite you to try this today. We're talking about meat, the best source of protein, hands down, and good fats. It can be from fatty meat, ideally quality meat, pasture raised, organic, grass fed, all the good stuff. If not, it's okay. Hey, just make a step in the right direction. Can be animal fats, can also be plant fats like avocado, olive oil, coconut oil. Okay, those are going to give you a nice, even burn of energy rather than the quick burst of the carbohydrate rich energy that most people get stuck, right? Their brains are dopamine spiked and fried, so they need that reward, right? You're constantly seeking the potato chips or the sugar or the Twinkies or cookies, whatever it is. So that's carbohydrates versus proteins and fats. Okay, and then last is the vegetables, getting the vegetables in. I don't care how you get them in, just get something in. Will you please get something in your diet? Think, what can you do? Is it steamed vegetables? Are you eating them cooked versus raw? Some people it's easier to eat, right? When they're not so hard to chew and so much work and they just kind of melt in your mouth, right? Steamed broccoli or carrots or um, kale. Okay, if you steam them, put some spices in it, get a little creative, make it taste good. Okay, no, make it a ritual because this is for your health. It's not helping me, right? This isn't going to help me. It's going to help you. Okay. The other thing you can do is use a greens powder. Use a greens powder where you're able to get that same dose of nutrients in without the hassle of having to cook. Okay. So some greens powders out there on the market are a little bit crap. Others aren't. Maybe we want to make sure we're choosing a quality product that actually works. But anyway, you can get them in. You can go to smoothie. You can go in anything else. Okay. So that's the first thing is diet, nutrition. You're going to notice your energy start to change. If you can just pick one of these things that you haven't yet been doing and think differently about where your energy is coming from. It's coming from your food. That's where it starts. Okay, it's where duh. I don't know if I'm telling you anything you don't already know, but okay, that's where it starts. Next part is getting your physiology under control. And we're talking about hormones. Hormones control everything. They're a symphony of hundreds of hormones all playing together that can either make beautiful music or really hard to listen to music. Okay, most people's symphonies are pretty untrained and full of amateur uh, musicians, frankly. So the music that's coming at the other end is not that great. So we want to help you play more beautiful music. So we're talking about first figuring out, well, what the heck is going on. And so we do comprehensive testing. That's the best way to figure that out. So for you to find a doctor who can do comprehensive testing, we do this. You can check out our website to learn more about that approach. Read the link in our bio. Okay, see if it makes sense to you. You can book a free call with us, but we got to get the hormones under control. Otherwise, guess what? Your stress is going to be out of whack. Your emotional fluctuations are going to be dragging you all over the place. Inflammation is going to be out of control, which is going to drive your brain to be more anxious, more depressed, less focused, more foggy. Okay, that's not a neurochemical imbalance as much as it is inflammation. Most people are mistaken here. This is a big misconception. Okay, but as functional medicine doctors, we're here to lay down the truth for you. If you're tired, okay, too many women that we see are tired. It's unacceptable because there is a way out, and you don't have to feel that way. And it's by following the path that nature laid out for you. If you live in alignment with how your body is meant to develop energy, then it will. Okay, so that's the second thing is hormones. Getting testing done. That's looking at what imbalance is there. And then we have different supplements that you can take, but these supplements don't really matter. Okay, if we don't have the correct diagnosis in the first place. And then once we do, yes, we can use more natural means of hormone support, like topical progesterone, like maca that helps with menopause and hot flashes and cycle regulation. So, but we don't know what you need, what the cause is until we do testing. That's the next thing for you is to get the right testing done. And the last one here, and there's so many, there's way more to it, but I'm trying to give you just the bare bones of where you need to start. Okay, where you need to start. The next one would probably be sleep and stress regulation. Because you want to, yes, we need to exercise, but if you're exhausted and you're depleted, or if you know someone who's exhausted, depleted hormonally, energetically, emotionally, mentally, then if you're trying to run your car on an empty tank, is that going to make the problem better or worse? Right? There's no oil in your car, the engine's sputtering, it's drying out. At some point, that car is going to stop. It's going to break down. The engine's going to break down, and you won't be able to drive it any further. Okay, so this has happened to you. Let me know in the comments. Let me know here. I'm curious, right? Because I know women that we see are not alone, and men too. And not to leave you guys out, but frankly, let's be honest. It's more women who are attuned to their health and are willing to make changes. Okay, if you are a man and you're going to surprise me, please let me know. But it's managing stress, optimizing sleep, because we have to help your nervous system, your hormonal system to reboot. Give it a break. Take your foot off the gas. Help your body recuperate. And so, yes, that means getting to bed on time, planning what time you go to bed. Plan ahead of time, 10 p.m. That means at 9:30, you're shutting things down. You're not, 10 p.m., I guess I'll start getting ready now. And let me watch 10 more minutes of Netflix. Nope. You're done at 9:30. Because you committed to yourself. You're not doing this for me. What if you were able to do that for yourself? If you could think, okay, this is the time I said I would go. I'm committing to my health. I'm going to get good sleep. It's going to help my hormones balance. It's going to help my nervous system replenish itself. Am I worth that? Yeah, I'm worth that. Okay. So that's the dialogue I encourage you to put in your head here when you're also thinking about how to manage stress in your life. Just start a 5-minute daily meditation practice. It doesn't have to be meditation like floating and saying Om. It could be just sitting and breathing. Sitting and breathing. 5 minutes focusing on your breath, your nose, your belly. Okay, and that's it. So, and then if you have questions about this in the comments, I would love to answer your questions. And so know then that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle. It's a choice. It's not simple. It's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. That's why we're here to help put those pieces of the puzzle together. So you can unlock energy and unlock freedom back again in your life so you can do the things you want to do without having to hold yourself back. All right. So again, check out the link in bio. Read more about this type of approach, a functional medicine approach, a root cause approach, an approach that can help you feel like yourself again. And we'll talk again soon.